In 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to another episode of Matter of Fact. I'm Tommy here with my main man Rob.
What's good?
And today, we're gonna talk about something that might make some of y'all mad. You know, it might upset some of y'all.
Yeah, there was a disclaimer at the beginning of this video, so we gotta give a little bit of disclaimer.
Yeah. It might upset some of y'all.
Some sensitive subjects. Definitely, I know if you're on one side or the other, those are very far apart sides, to say the least.
Personally, me, I don't give a fuck. I'm excited to watch this. I've been hearing a lot about it. Some good. There's good people on both sides. But today we're gonna be watching the birth of the first, the newest white-only community in Arkansas. You know, they calling it Return to the Land I don't know, but anyways, it's just a white-only community. I'm very excited to see what this is about. So let's get into it.
Arkansas, in the southern United States.
Welcome to Little Rock, where the local time is 4:27.
For the last few years, I've been exploring how an ethno-nationalist movement has been organising online. A network that aims to define countries by ethnicity, but which links across borders. And this is the place one group has chosen to put that into radical, real-world action.
You want a white nation? Build a white town. It can be done, and we're doing it.
Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that sandwich right there. If you want to look, this is America, right? Home of the free land of the brave, or whatever, however it goes, right? And you can do whatever the fuck you want here. You can build your dream. If you want a white nation, build a white town. Make the town your nation. Yeah. Like, these niggas are in butt-fuck Arkansas. Yeah. You feel me? They're not a city.
So that's fine. I agree with that part, but the nation part. Like, you're part of our nation, you know, the US is the nation that you are. You know what I mean? So that's one thing.
That's a good point, bro.
Yeah, so that's one thing.
That's a good point.
Just the word.
You American, nigga.
You American, and you can do this in there, because in this nation, you are free to do what you want. That is why I think they can, if you're on private land and you want to do your business, you do your business.
But I think it just sounds cooler. It just sounds
It sounds cooler, but when you say it and you critique it the way I just did.
Because I mean, like me, because I'll be like, yeah, bro, you want a black nation? Build a black town. I was just saying shit.
No, but yeah, exactly.
But I still want to be American.
But we are a sovereign nation, exactly, because then you gotta have a military and all that sort of shit when you're talking nation.
No, you can be like San Marino, the Vatican, both them niggas inside Italy. Separate nations, don't got no military. They got maybe some guards.
Right. Tommy is giving these guys in the video some aspiration.
Nah, I mean, I'm trying to help these niggas.
Right. Arkansas, we want to see the Vatican, motherfuckers.
Yeah,
get to work.
Yeah. I don't know where these niggas
white
at.
Motherfuckers.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, I have no problem with this so far. Like, I mean, we're very early into it. I don't got no problem with it right now.
It is an extreme view, but it's on more familiar arguments. That mass immigration is out of control. That Western societies
you be
are
saying
in
that
danger
all the time.
of losing their fundamental character as a result.
So one of the arguments here is that this isn't about the persecution of an ethnic identity, but protection of an ethnic identity, and that identity happens to be white. So we're going here now up into these pretty remote woods to really put that to the test.
We are driving deep into the Ozark Mountains. Group's leaders are not from Arkansas.
They're in the Ozarks?
They've chosen these remote parts.
Of course this is where this is happening.
In Arkansas.
Like, come on now.
Only a little about the group, if anything.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's not my choice.
That bitch agree with it.
They should have the freedom to...
Yeah. That's what they
Bitch said I don't necessarily agree with it.
Fishy around here, but just be safe.
Just be safe. We better watch yourself, boy. Don't be talking like that. That's what
He's invited me to spend a few days with him.
Say, no, they're my friends. Don't worry.
Hey, Eric.
He insists what he is doing here is entirely legal, and that's key. Because if it is, it could be a blueprint for many other communities to come.
That's what's up.
Thank you very much.
They do discuss that.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a white.
Alright, I gotta say off bat, that nigga looks scary. He looked like he got
the leader.
Yeah, he get a hard on for just killing niggas. He looked like that type of nigga.
He's definitely a Hitler fan and all that stuff.
Yeah, he looked like he's a Hitler fan.
Yeah, he does.
Like I'm just looking at this nigga. This nigga looks off.
So
this nigga look off. He's the leader, so now I'm feeling a little differently.
Well, no, obviously. What do you think? What did you expect? Somebody who's going to want to be like this. That's what you're going to get from him. Yeah. So in one sense, obviously, I wouldn't say because we don't want our country to be that way. So you'd have to limit the size of something like this. But like if it's on like a couple acres of private land, and this is what they want to try to do,
how big can it be?
I mean. Well, that's a good question.
Can it be like a whole city?
Well,
can it be city size?
But they have to develop that.
No, I'm saying like let's say they develop it and like it becomes as big as like Charlotte, like it's big enough to have their own airport. That too big? Yeah, gotta be smaller than that. It's just a city. It's not a state. Well, it's one city.
So
it's a white city, White Haven.
It depends. So you got to look at the size of a city. It's two different things. So I'm actually talking about geographic area.
Oh, you mean like area, not
I'm
population?
I'm talking about geographic area. It has to be limited. And then if you want to develop that and make it as populous as you want, hey man.
Let's say like 1,000 acres.
That's a lot of land though. 1,000 acres.
But
it depends. I mean, I guess.
You can realistically buy 1,000 acres.
You could, especially in Arkansas. Yeah. So I think that's realistic. 1,000 acres.
What about 100,000?
Especially these people, I'm pretty sure they're like live off the land type of thing. So they want to have like chickens, goats, and bullshit like that.
What about 100,000 acres?
No, yeah, exactly.
That's too much. That's too much.
That's too much.
Okay.
I think 1,000 acres. I think that's good. And you should be able to populate that. And who knows? But and the time that it would take for that to happen would be so long. But if it does happen,
let's say they do it in 20 years.
Who knows?
They make a neighbor town. Another nigga got 1,000. They get 100 niggas.
So the other thing I'll mention in this video is there are other towns like this in other areas of the country.
See, he's not doing anything wrong. I will say I already know the argument this nigga's about to spin because he's trying to preserve a white culture, and that's where you fucked up, buddy. Because there is no such thing as a white culture. See, you got Irish culture, you got fucking England culture.
No, so
those is like actual cultures.
And those are the cultures he's talking about.
Oh, so
he's talking about European.
He says that directly?
Yeah, yes, he does. Specifically.
Oh, damn. All right. See, I might fuck with you there a little bit.
White American culture. Yeah, not just white, but white American.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I mean, it's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they're being kept out.
Well, I mean, you don't let everyone into your home.
160 acres taking shape. Forest cleared, roads laid, cabins built. Around
a lot of
40
land.
people live here.
There's a lot of land.
Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And I'm intrigued to find out what motivates people to give up their old lives for this.
We met here.
You met here? I guess he came here. I met her on like day 3. So.
That's crazy. that's a crazy like relationship started. Like, yeah, we're both racist as fuck. That bitch happy as shit.
Right? They both are weird.
No, there's mad weird niggas here. I'm not gonna lie.
These are definitely weird people. You'll see that as it goes on. They live in like the things that they do, just.
And I'm a weird nigga. Like I'm gonna tell you off bat. Like I like cool like weird shit, but like these is like the weird
cult like shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is totally expected because obviously this is the extreme opinions of things. To feel like that you need to segregate yourself by race to this level is obviously
an
extreme position. No doubt.
Yeah. What the fuck? This is crazy.
It beats Tinder, doesn't it? Like,
you got kids there? That's fucked up.
David and Caitlin not only met him, they got married last month. They wouldn't be here without social media.
Somebody had posted a video of Eric.
Yeah.
I saw videos of them actually building stuff on the land. I was like, oh man, I gotta come check this out.
And I figure if there's nothing else like this in the country, like it should at least exist.
Yeah.
Like, do people really think that we should never be able to choose our neighbors?
It wouldn't be controversial for any other racial group to do the same thing.
I think it'd be quite controversial.
Well, if you don't have rules against it, then, anyone of any race can come and be your neighbor.
What do you think about that?
They're watching the news, which is telling you that white people
let this nigga
are, the cause of all your problems and all the ills of society, and suddenly, your children are much less safe because there's a lot of violence, anti-white violence happening to white people and white children.
Oh my gosh! So this nigga got caught in a conspiracy.
So he's brainwashed.
Yeah, these niggas have got caught in a conspiracy.
Like shit he found on Facebook, like deep shit. You know what I mean? Like that's.
And I've gotten caught in a conspiracy, so I feel bad for him because he's going so full extent, and it took niggas a while to come back to reality. But yeah, bro, y'all just got caught in conspiracy, bro.
Like this isn't like
you think white violence is like
shit. Yeah.
Let us know, all right, if you're white and watching this, I'm sure we got a few white people watching this. Hey, let us know in the comments if white violence a legit thing? Is that something y'all really scared about?
No, there's no doubt that it does exist.
Yeah. I mean, of course, violence exists, but
I think the prevalence.
Is that something you shaking in your boots about leaving the crib?
But depends where you live. But
you scared of white? Like you scared of it?
No, I'm just recognizing something in reality is
But I'm saying, are you scared of the violence?
Let's say he's watching some of our videos and he sees what's happening in Europe. They're beating up white people over there in Europe. That old man, and he'd be a white guy. So it depends what you're getting. But if you get fed that content, you're gonna see that. You're just gonna associate it with what you want.
But I'm talking to those people.
This guy believes what he wants to believe.
Exactly.
So if he finds affirmation, he's gonna.
And that's why I'm trying to talk to those people right there, bro. This is why the internet is a bad thing. It's also a bad thing for other reasons. Go watch our AI video if you haven't yet. But it takes all the crazy shit happening around the world and it amplifies it. And it makes you think everything crazy is going on around the world. When it's bro, in your neighborhood, that shit's not really happening. But since you're seeing it happening in Spain, since you're seeing it happen in one place in fucking America, since you're seeing it happen in Italy, you think, oh shit, there's white violence that's a real problem that I have to combat. But bro, you need to just get off the internet and go outside and say hello to your neighbor.
I highly doubt wherever he was living, there was any colored folk to begin with.
Nigga said I'm scared of white violence. Bro, come on now. Come on. We gotta get the plot back, homie. Come on now. You married a crazy bitch. Nah, she actually don't seem that crazy.
What's the thing that happens about
Nah, she seemed crazy as shit.
I'd like to the rain starts and it comes down hard. The residents shelter in their cabins and night falls. The next morning. This is how the average weekend works at Return to the Land, or RTTL. what they call a work party, made up of residents, but also new recruits who have come to check out the project. It is hot, hard work.
Damn, like they really building this shit, bro. You gotta respect that.
Members Association.
They're like, we're gonna do this shit ourselves.
What else
There are
they gonna do?
strict criteria for
Exactly.
membership. As Scott Thomas, a board member.
So like, do these niggas have jobs? Or like, is this literally all they do?
No, yeah. So like, that's the thing. People are paying to be members and shit. So
And that's
they're
just
funding
it.
this. And then some of these people, I don't know where they, they have other money.
So you pay to be a member, and after that, you essentially don't need money anymore.
No, not necessarily. So the one guy they'll interview here, he gets to live there by doing all this labor.
Yeah, like so shit like that.
Yeah.
Work. All right.
So
Wow. This is a beautiful idea.
Explains.
you're not invited, Tom.
You have to be.
I know I'm not going. I wouldn't go.
So
They would kill me.
you have to be someone with
But
Trespasser.
European heritage.
The group's logo,
European
based on a
heritage.
Nordic rune, draws on that heritage.
okay.
It is the PMA that the group believes makes this all legal. Once members have been vetted on ethnicity and other grounds, they can buy shares in the Limited Liability Company, or LLC. Those shares translate to acres of land that they can build on.
Oh.
Sari is the
Okay.
brains behind the legal side of things.
Civil Rights Act is there for a reason, and this is a way around it.
Yeah,
Do you think I'll survive contact with the legal system, the courts, if it came to that?
hopefully.
Do you think it's racist or not? Do you reject that term? Do you embrace it?
I don't know about that term. I mean, people use it in a lot of different ways. And I'm sure there's a lot of people on the internet who would call me racist. I don't really know or care whether that term applies to me or not. Maybe.
What do you think?
Yeah, I almost don't know what racist means anymore. Like it's racist.
A prejudice towards someone who's from a different ethnicity.
Well, actually, the modern definition of racism, according to critical race theory, all white people are racist automatically.
A lot of this is reaction to
Bro, niggas lost the plot.
critical
Like,
race theory and movements like Black
No,
Lives
or they
Matter.
just accept the plot that they want to
this
hear.
is
Again,
identity
you know,
politics, but white
you
identity
just self-affirm
politics.
what your beliefs are.
And what they're building
Like,
here
that's
is
your
a safe
answer to what
space
he just
for
said?
People of European ancestry.
well, all white people are like,
Exclusionary,
Look at what-
it's sort of an attempt at segregation.
you got a cross on, bro.
Is that fair?
Probably.
Probably.
While the men labour at the roadside, the women of Return to the Land are at work too, looking after the 6 children who live and are homeschooled here full time.
Yeah.
And they're preparing food for the weekly community dinner. The theme tonight, colonial.
I don't know, dinner's really important. I like feeding people, so I didn't want to put this off any longer.
So they just back in like the early
It's colonial
1800s.
times, you know? Like the pilgrims.
Bro, like if that's what they want to do, like that's a beautiful thing. So,
Yeah.
I'm happy for it. I'm not even gonna lie.
They want to build a city just like we talked about, Tommy, and get there, but they gotta start somewhere, man. Start small.
It is nice. It's slowly growing, so.
They've come here to live for a variety of reasons, but their dedication to the mission is absolute.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I, I'm 30.
So they feel like the first people.
My name's Allison, A-L-I-S-O-N, I'm
Spell
29.
their names out.
And Caitlin, C-A-I-T-L-I-N, I'm 31.
I think people just have a large misunderstanding of what's happening here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding?
Well,
That we hate everyone else. Like,
yeah,
Yeah, that's real.
It's a loving movement.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So I'm gonna pause it here, and then we'll skip a little bit to the more to the end there and see what they're talking about.
No, I won't watch this
But
whole
no, skip
thing.
this one because these ladies aren't that interesting. They're gonna talk to a guy that works there, but this is a long video.
Yeah, I mean, this
this
just gonna be one of the longer videos.
Yeah,
Like,
it will
fuck
be.
like-
But it gets to a point where they talk about like some of the legality of this as well, which I definitely would rather we get to that because this is all the people's opinion. But somehow it stirred up some other.
No, I kind of like. I want to hear like
Alright, go for it,
what
go
the
for it.
women of this shit think. Like, what is going on? Like, I'm very curious.
If you're gay, you can't be a part of that community.
It can't be
They
a
have their own
you're gay.
communities, and they're
Tommy never
gay,
watched
and
the
I think
videos.
that's
I
great.
did.
I don't really see why whites aren't allowed to do it. It doesn't make any sense.
But the goal is to have lots of these communities and for it maybe not to be rural, for there to be cities on the same basis, right?
Yeah, that would be neat. I look forward to seeing how this movement grows over time.
There are other ways to increase numbers. Nikki, Caitlin, and Alison all met their partners at the community.
Damn!
RTL is explicit about this. It has an online fundraiser to give cash rewards to parents of newborns as a means to incentivize population growth. Just before we arrived, they had donated $1,000 to a family for having their 6th child.
Is that part of the mission as well, to sort of
what?
have big families, to make the community bigger? Is there a sort of pressure there?
I don't think so.
I don't feel particularly myself, I don't feel any pressure to like have a big family. I think there's a kind of expectation here that you do want to as part of helping grow this thing that you're going to have kids.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, but in a lot of sense it makes sense.
It does.
Because it's a different style of living and you know,
it's like
they're
really
going
community
back to,
support.
They're going back to the basics.
Yeah,
They already said, oh, we're doing the communal dinner and all that sort of stuff. The women take care of all of the children. When it's that sort of environment, it's much different, and it's much different, and it's much easier to support a larger family, and that was more common back in the day, which is why large families were more common as well.
That makes sense.
But as people become more separate from each other, yeah, of course.
See, maybe like he just framing this shit in a bad way, because like I'm looking at that like, damn, they're paying them to have babies, but like at the end of the day, you need the shit to grow, and like you're supporting the growth of your community. That's beautiful. It's love. It's a love movement.
I mean, and tons of countries do that, you know what I mean? Pay people to have babies and stuff like that. It's a very common thing, if you know anything about, like, you know, that sort of stuff. I mean, policies of that sort. It's pretty common. And it makes sense, because the economic benefit that the country or whatever entity in this instance would receive is going to be much greater than that $1,000, no doubt about it, right? That kid, he's going to be doing work when he's how old? Not getting paid a dime. He's going to make that $1,000 back real quick. But, you know what I mean? So, like, if you look at it that way, it's an investment. So I think that's smart economic policy from these folks' perspective.
Yeah, they think of, like, they got a plan.
He's unattached. This is his homestead. He's been
they got goats and shit.
He told me he used to be a liberal, a hippie even.
The knife is a tool. It has to be very sharp in order to cut properly.
He founded a commune in Ecuador, an intentional community based not on ethnicity but veganism.
So this is your lot?
Yeah. He's also immersed in.
He always been a weird nigga though.
Who delights in provoking.
Obviously, all these people are
weird. On the group chat on the messaging app Telegram, he's posted the numbers 1488. The 14 refers to the 14 words, a white supremacist slogan. And H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. So 88 means HH, which means Heil Hitler.
Because you put that in the Telegram, for instance.
Right.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, I use it as kind of like a funny comment, throwback.
As part of that Nazi discussion, another frequent topic on the online chat is the Holocaust. Usually minimised, sometimes even mocked.
So the Holocaust, stands as a unique crime in the history of.
Well, that's your opinion. I think the Holodomor was much worse than the Holocaust. That's my opinion. I mean, we're allowed to have opinions.
Yeah, well, we can say they're both bad. The Holocaust was bad.
But do you know anything about the Holodomor?
Yeah, in Ukraine, the famine, I know a little bit about it, and I know it was awful too, and sort of deliberate, but we can also agree the Holocaust is bad.
Well, we don't have to say that one was objectively worse than the other.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying, what is the Holocaust a bad thing?
So basically all I'm saying is that I don't really...
Nigga can't say that the Holocaust is bad.
I disagree. I ain't gonna go there.
He's like...
I can't say them words.
He's like, bro.
It's interesting.
Nah, this nigga's hilarious.
It is concerning that people are talking about Hitler when it's acceptable, it's publicly socially acceptable in the United States for leftists to support Chairman Mao.
It's quite difficult to agree on even the very bare minimum here.
It's just interesting, sort of, when we're coming to talking about the Holocaust, it's always about something else. And, I think most people would agree the Holocaust was a bad thing.
Right.
But you're not willing to
agree with that.
What do you want to talk about the whole? I mean, it's
fine. It is but I also think that was a bad thing. But I think the Holocaust was a bad thing too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, are you asking?
Well, no, yeah, I'm asking.
Oh,
Do you
yes,
think
be a
the
question.
Holocaust was bad?
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Holocaust is bad.
RTTL is based on exclusion, but that also means building community for those allowed inside. This isn't just for our camera's benefit to present a veneer of clean, healthy living. It's central to the project. Like many far-right movements before them, RTTL's mission is to show that by excluding others, they can live purer, more natural lives.
I fuck with that, bro. I'm fucking with this. I'm fucking with these niggas. Like, I mean, like that. Like, bro, obviously they're weird, bonehead type niggas. Yeah. Obviously. You can't expect them to be.
So, if you think about it, like, what about, like, the Amish? We kind of let them do their own shit. We don't really impose shit on them like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
let these niggas...
It's kind of in that sense, it's very similar. You know, if they want to do their own thing, I mean, maybe they can develop more, but that'll take time. Like I said,
yeah, it's going to take a minute for these niggas to be able to...
But if these people say, hey, we're going to be more, you know, throwback, enjoy shit, we don't want to be iPad and video games, there's nothing wrong with that, you know what I mean? Like, so...
Well, alright, so we're in 2025. What year do you let them get to? Like, 1950? What? 1975?
What do you mean?
Like as far as advancements, like shit, like you feel me? 2005.
I mean, so we work, you know, and Amish do business. I mean, they have commerce with regular society, so they find a way essentially. And these people aren't like that for religious purposes, so there's no actual barrier to prevent them.
Yeah, they're just going.
They can do whatever they want, you know what I mean? Yeah, but I think the fact of like keeping your children away from that sort of stuff and just not letting them sit in front of the TV, you know, having them do work is probably what they're going to be doing and stuff like that is what I imagine versus somebody like pampered children.
Yeah, it's going to take them a couple 100 years, but, you know, they'll get there.
Nothing good comes easy.
Health and hope. Let's talk about hope.
This part is just how
as much
the
as RTTL might like, they do not exist in a separate world. Pocahontas is the nearest town to the settlement. And hope means something different for Pat Johnson.
Hi, I'm Tom.
I'm Pat.
Oh, you're Pat. Lovely to meet you, Pat. How are you?
We met her before we went up into the hills.
I mean, is she not going to like it?
Oh, of course.
She not.
That attended school here.
Well, I kind of want to see what she says. Of course,
it's really tiny. There you are.
She nice. Yeah. I was sure about to skip her. I would have been fucked up.
Guilt to their sin in this part, so y'all better watch it.
This is the school she attended in the 1950s. A school for black children only, because she was not allowed to be educated with white people. Unlike the members of Return to the Land, she is Arkansas born and bred. For the first 15 years of her life, she lived under segregation.
We could not go to school together. We couldn't eat together. We couldn't do everyday things together. Each day that you leave
she's not
your
even that
home,
old.
You were under rejection.
I mean, she's old.
Pat had hoped those days.
But like, you think like that shit was hundreds of years ago. Like she did a lot.
You to be fearful. And you don't
she
know
walking around and shit. Like
when I explain what Return to the Land is doing, just half an hour's drive away, she's not so sure. And in her eyes, there's one main reason for that.
I feel like that's the change of, and I'm just gonna say, I think it's the change of our presidency. That's what I'm gonna say, because I feel.
What you think about that?
Well, no, I mean, I think.
You think it's Trump's fault? You think Trump?
No,
you think Trump supports this?
I think Trump probably says this is okay, but you know, yeah, for sure. But I think like the reason that Trump was elected was for a reason as well. You know what I mean? So you have to take that into account, and I think a lot of immigration and stuff like that, like, you know, without assimilation, which we've talked about before, you know, has an effect on our country at some point.
You know what the crazy thing is, though?
What?
They've been building this shit before Trump's presidency. So how the fuck is it Trump's fault?
Yeah, well, I mean, Trump was president
now
8 years ago, though. You know what I mean? More than 8 years ago.
Oh, so you think they started this 8 years ago?
Well, obviously, yeah. They've been planning this for a long time. I think to get it this far and have the supporters and the website on. I don't think it just grew overnight, but yeah, you know what I mean? And I totally understand, like, this woman's perspective, right? Obviously, if she lived through something like that, but it ain't like that.
Fair.
It ain't like that. You know what I mean? Like, that was when everything was that way, and these people are looking for a small nook in Arkansas, which is one of our poorest states in the entire country, for facts, though, right? So it's like, it's not like that.
The kids are gonna be the smartest niggas in Arkansas.
They might be.
They probably will.
But, you know, exactly. It's like, what was going to happen with that land? Do we think we were going to, like, develop it and, like, big businesses and towns were actually going to develop there? I doubt it. So if these motherfuckers want to try something out in the middle of nowhere...
Yeah, they might build it up, bro.
Yeah, and what if they start producing something, you know, they start a business, they whatever, and can bring some... Because they'll still have to pay taxes.
Bring some real Nazis in.
They said that sovereign shit. No, you're not a sovereign nation. You're part of this nation. You're paying taxes and all that fucking shit. Unless we're invading your ass and it's over. That's how it works.
Y'all niggas would be done if the county sheriff showed up.
Yeah, pay your taxes. I'll tell you that real quick.
I don't know, that Peter nigga would probably do some crazy shit.
Well, either way, it ends here.
It's allowing people.
That nigga really be in chat saying, "Hail Hitler." Like, what, nigga?
To be open for hatred.
That may be a feeling, but it is also backed by the data. These are all the white supremacist incidents, demonstrations, leafleting, recruitment drives, meetups over the last 4 years in the US, tracked by ACLED, an organisation that monitors violent conflict and protest.
Trend.
There has been a dramatic increase over that period. It has become a background thrum of nationalist activity. Patriot Front is the most active white nationalist organisation in the US right now, according to...
But is this like Trump's fault, or did this just happen because a nigga like Trump is president?
Successfully assimilated.
Like, because those are two very different things, you know?
Well,
like,
those are easy questions. Is it his fault? No. You can't put blame for... like, did he...
Or do you think he, like, incited this in some way? Like, he supports this? As far as, like...
You're saying, like, overtly, does he do that?
Nah, do you think, like he's like, I'm kind of glad these niggas doing this shit?
Does he, like, give him a nod and say, you know what I mean? And keep on walking, baby, that, you know what I mean? He's not out there being like,
bro, Trump
rise up, gather, do the march. You know, he's not telling them to do it like they're doing it, but they get the point and they take the slightest hints and blow them up and run with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I mean,
it doesn't take much. They think he's, if you idolize him, you're going to be looking for these subtle things that might not even be there. But you,
he'd be looking in the camera.
Exactly. You think
they'd be like, oh, he did it.
I know he can't tell us, you know, out in the open, but he's telling us. You know, like, that's what they say, like goofy shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And there's people.
Do you think they're right though?
That he's talking to him like crazy, like telepathic mind shit is going on.
Oh my god!
They're all his.
These niggas done lost the plot.
Telepathically. Yeah.
I saw it too, Jim. I saw it too.
He winked twice. That means it's go time, guys. Get ready. Get in the van. Let's go. Go. We gotta kidnap the governor now.
What the fuck? American culture.
There it goes.
And the group has tight links to return to the land. Eric and Thomas speak on each other's podcasts and have fast-track membership for both organisations.
Comfy. They got multiple memberships.
Feels good.
Yeah. It's about time we spoke
Support
to
the
them.
homies.
Less than
they got
1% of
both.
children
They both got
in the U.S. are white. I'm white. My kids are white. There is something to your background that informs who you are, your sense of identity. And we don't want that sense of identity being taken away from us involuntarily. So we're taking control of that situation and creating an environment where my kids can celebrate their identity and not have it, threatened from outside, I guess.
But why is that threatening you? Why is that an issue that you've had to address? There will always be white people.
Well, I'm feeling a little nervous now.
Fuck.
We are forced to accept people into our neighborhoods, into our businesses, and into our lives who won't share our background, who won't share many of our cultural priors, even moral priors. We don't have
what is this nigga
rule
talking about?
Stating, if you have X amount of non-European ancestry, you're definitely out. In many cases, that would disqualify someone.
Were I to apply for the PMA and my views were different, I'd probably be allowed in. Do you think that's likely? I know it's a case-by-case basis, but just off the top of your head.
Yeah, possibly we would accept you in the PMA.
I don't understand white American culture, but you'd rather have me in that case. I just wonder, though, whether some people watching this, having heard all this intellectualizing, this rhetoric, would say, fine, but actually at heart this is just, it is just prejudice, it is just bigotry, it is just lowest common denominator racism dressed up in these arguments.
And I would just question the moral frame. Why is it wrong to identify with your own people?
Hold on, this nigga said it is bigotry, it is all these things. He was like, yeah, but I would question the moral thing. I think it's moral.
This is where it gets really interesting.
All right, I'm about to go back.
Moral frame. Why is it wrong to identify with your own people, want an integrated culture where you can be yourself?
Just to boil it down to, what for you is the definition of racism?
When I was a kid, I suppose I interpreted racism to be judging someone solely on the basis of their race. And is that a good or bad thing? I think this basic moral consensus treats it as automatically a bad thing without a lot of reflection.
This is my last day here.
I mean,
before I go, I want to speak.
Honestly, I kind of wanted to see what he said.
Skip this kid and go back to him interviewing him then, because this is just a kid who's like, yeah, whatever, I'm here building the shit, they pay me, blah blah blah. But later he'll ask,
does he live there?
Yeah, he lives there now.
I mean, shit.
He's he doesn't have any radical views. It seems like he's just a lost kid who showed up. He didn't have a job, nothing to do.
Nah, that boy. Yeah, we got it.
All right,
but no. My question.
This is my question. Trying to cut it out, but
so you can tell he really started getting into some philosophical shit he believe in, and they cut it. So I'm really curious.
That's what I'm saying. Go back.
About to say.
If you speed forward, they'll get back to that specific interview, and they reconvene right where they were sitting. And I think we should just skip to that because I forgot this part happened. But the interview was really crucial to the whole thing, and just going both ways because again, I don't want to spoil it, but that guy is actually rather introspective as well.
Which guy?
Right there, the racist dude or whatever you want to call him, Eric. So I'll go like
Eric or Pete or Scott, but an acolyte, a young one and newly arrived. He's only been here a month.
So I'm trying to knock off some of this more good topsoil, give it some more.
We'd seen him when we first came up. He guided us in on his bicycle.
It's just you have a community where you feel like you belong here. You have people you can talk to, and I can't explain it. It's too beautiful. It's nice.
He'd been working on Scott's new house over the weekend. In return for his labour, he gets cheap rent.
Cheap?
John dropped out of college, and he's worked jobs all over the United States. He's 26, younger than the leaders who are all in their 30s. If they are the recruiters, he is the perfect recruit. And for John, the primary motivation was financial.
To me, it's economical. It's an economic decision, right? And everything else just kind of falls in line. But the main thing to me is cheap land, Everything else is a bonus.
You've got 2 levels here.
Damn.
Got a loft up top, and this is the main area.
It's a living area down here. So it's quite comfy, right?
It is quite comfy. As for excluding people, I don't see it that way. We're trying to embrace our culture and our heritage. It's been denigrated, if you ask me. We've turned into a melting pot of a country for a long time now.
There is one last thing before I go. The concert put on in honor of our visit.
This first piece that Peter and I are performing, it's called The Virginia Colonies by Fred Cooper. The English governor returned to take his place.
Eric himself takes the stage.
This is a Baroque flute, also known as the German flute or the penny whistle. It was a very popular instrument in colonial America.
It's not easy to look tough with a flute, even if it's German. But the audience is rapt.
That's cool. These niggas do like. That's cool. That's cool. I fuck with that. Like on some like small community shit, like I have no problem with none of most of the shit they've done. Peter nigga was weird.
In what sense?
Would you prefer, completely blank slate, America is just an ethnically white country?
I would probably feel more comfortable there because I'm white, and that's the way that this country was when my ancestors came here.
That's real.
You also
no, it wasn't. What the fuck? Y'all killing niggas. No, it wasn't.
You made it that way.
That was crazy.
And then you changed it. You Hitler to come. And he said he's not going to show up. You have to do the work for that Hitler to arrive.
Hitler is a very controversial historical figure. I think the mainstream view is one-sided. It's informed by World War II propaganda, but also that the contrary position that Hitler did nothing wrong that many people online say, that's also a one-sided view. I think all historical figures are complex, multidimensional. When I say you're going to have to wait for that new Hitler to arise, I'm not saying you're going to have to wait for a new person to start a new Holocaust. I'm saying you're going to have to wait for a charismatic leader who's going to advocate for your interests, because that's how a lot of people see Hitler. I'm addressing how they think of Hitler, not my own view.
There are other PMAs.
I can see his argument.
Yeah, there
to be
are
honest.
2 other groups.
He's a white nationalist racist nigga. So I get what he's saying. Like,
so this is the growing movement.
He's making it make sense for sure.
Right now it's growing very quickly. Yeah, we have applicants every week. I would like to see more communities so that people in all parts of the US have this as an option if they want it. I'd also like to see us network and branch out internationally to a greater extent.
Is there anything you want to talk about that I haven't asked about?
I kind of want to ask you, after seeing this, do you think what we're doing is immoral?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Damn.
And that's not... Quick. For me, it is morally objectionable. I think the way we've talked about it is... I don't think it is like a country club. That's the difference. I don't think this is sort of free association. I think you are depriving people of a fundamental right to housing. That's how I see this issue. And I think the reason I'm asking those questions about where it goes from here, I think that is a thought experiment, but I think if you replicated it much, I think I would be unhappy with how that looked if it were in my country, and if I were on the receiving end of it.
You think intentional communities shouldn't be able to associate how they like?
Not on the basis of race. And the Arkansas State Attorney General told us, this is the first I've heard of these allegations. Racial discrimination has no place in Arkansas or anywhere in a free society. These allegations raise all sorts of legal issues, including constitutional concerns.
We'll see. This is a new story. I don't know if you haven't heard of it, guys. Yeah, definitely check out link in the video. We'll have it
this
there.
Is how members
but
to the land
again. So what do you think there? His moral argument. Did you agree with that? His argument for it?
What?
I did not.
Free association?
No. So he said, the interviewer said it was immoral, like depriving people of housing and things like that.
That was some bullshit ass argument.
These people are sitting there with the land that they purchased and building their own houses.
Yeah, like
that's not depriving people of housing. You
act like this nigga's a realtor.
Exactly, like he's like, redlining or something like that. It's like, we already bought all of this land and we own it, so it's already private property.
Now we're leasing this shit.
And why can't country clubs are pretty exclusive too, and they can discriminate based on actually whatever they want. You know what I mean? So, I definitely will say, like, I understand what he's saying. So I'm half black, half white. I went to a school and pretty much
think they let you in?
No, hell no, of course not. But like what?
You can't have no kids, but we fuck with you, Rob.
Yeah. Well, if I keep diluting it, maybe my kids get in there, but they sneak in on the sneak. You know what I mean? They won't catch them, but they're doing background checks, 23andMe and shit. You know what I mean? So, but no, like I said, when I grew up, like I got to high school and like number of black people in my grade was like 4. You know what I mean? And then it slowly grew and grew, and now I know the high school makeup's totally different. And other than that, it was mostly all white kids. You know what I mean? So I know what he's talking about in terms of things are changing.
Yeah.
And we kind of mentioned as well, just the nature of people in general. We're not as close-knit of a society. Like back in the day, like the neighbors helped raise the kids type of thing. I used to go over to the neighbor's house all the time. I called her Aunt Judy. You know what I mean? And like that was common. Nowadays, hell no, you ain't doing that. You probably don't know the neighbor's name. You know, like the communities just aren't as close-knit. And, you know, when the community is kind of raising the kids like they are in this instance, it's much easier to have the kids, raise the kids, and make sure that, you know, everybody's kind of growing up with morals and being taught something by somebody because they're intervening in their life. But
yeah, I mean, let us know what y'all think. Do y'all agree with this? Even like, if you don't think it's like right, do you think it should be allowed in America? Do you think it's legal? Do you agree like with their right to live in their own kind of communities and live what they want? To be honest, as a nigga, as a black person that just watched this whole video and got their perspectives, I can say one thing. I can say a couple things. I can say one. I see nothing wrong with what they're doing. You know, like it's very small. These I don't really see these niggas getting too far. You know, if you buy land, I feel like in America you can do whatever the fuck you want. They're not hurting nobody. Like they had campfires. They making songs like, you know, like respect to them. I wish black people could do some shit like this. Like this is beautiful. Like I don't see nothing wrong with it personally. But I will also have to say that these niggas have lost the plot. You got one of the main niggas on there, Peter, don't want to answer nothing, only says probably, typing Hail Hitler in chats, can't acknowledge that the Holocaust is bad. That nigga has lost the plot. You got a bunch of niggas that have lost the plot, and that's not good.
But so that's the thing that was here too. Is it's gonna attract a spectrum of people, and most of them are
the only normal nigga was the young
nigga. Are gonna lean that way. Yeah, economically, this is working for me. You know what I mean?
He didn't even seem like he was racist for real. He was like, they trying to convince me of it for real, but like, I'm just here because this shit cheap, bro. Like,
yeah, it's cheap. We're chilling. It's simple.
Yeah, like it's fun. Like I don't necessarily like black people. Don't get it twisted, but
yeah, exactly.
I don't give a fuck. And they saying they don't give a fuck. So
yeah, especially as
the Hitler shit's funny.
Well, to be honest with you, if the economy goes down, I think this is going to gain steam based on that. Maybe that'll be next episode if it happens.
Let us know in the comments what y'all think about this crazy video. Glad I got to watch it. But this is a matter of fact. Signing out. If you made it this far, make sure you subscribe.
Definitely appreciate.
We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Hey, send this to them niggas. We want to interview them. Yeah. Send this to them.
Invite us.
Yeah, bro. Invite us.
Please.
I don't think they're gonna invite us. I don't know if I stay. I don't know. I go there. If they invite us, we go there. But I'm telling you right now, like I don't hate y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying?
But they hate you. And that's a matter of.
But they said I'm gonna take them with what they said in this video. They probably do. But I mean, based on this video and what y'all said, like, do y'all thing, bro. You know, more power to you. What's the white power?
Something like that.
This is black power. I'm gonna do the black power. I don't want y'all to. I don't want to lose the interview because of that. But y'all do the white power, and let's just cut that out. This is a matter of fact. We'll catch you in the next one.